Dude, did you know you can subscribe to onlywrestlers.com and keep in touch with your favorite wrestlers? The party never has to end.
This week's episode of One of a Kind with RVD is presented by Get Blitzed, and you can get 15% off your order when you head to get-blitz.com and use promo code RVD. Get 15% off.
One of a Kind with Rob Van Dam is recorded in front of a live studio audience.
I just want you to know that I asked Vince, I want to work with you. I like your character. I like what you're doing out there. I've been watching, and I really want to try to help you get this over. I was like, man, thank you. If you do that, that'd be great.
D-Von, how was it to, like, obviously this was such a pivot in WWE, but when they broke you and Bubba up for that time being, and you went on there, were you like kind of like ready for the challenge of like, I want to try out being a single star and seeing how it is for you? Or were you really skeptical of it and just being like, this is not going to work kind of thing?
Well, I was skeptical of it because at that, when I first started, I always wanted to be a singles wrestler, not a tag team. And then Bubba and I were together for 10 years at this point when that happened. And I was like, okay, well, I'm not ready to break up. And I think maybe we should stay a team. But Vince was like, no, I think you guys would do great on your own and blah, blah, blah. Me personally, I was upset with the Reverend D-Von character.
Yeah.
Because we were doing so well with it. I was doing promos with Vince, standing side by side with him. He's feeding off of me. I'm feeding off of him. We're doing great. And he was even telling me I was doing good. Then I came to work and one day, and because Bruce Pritchard was behind a lot of it, Brother Love, things like that. So I basically came to work one day and I said, Bruce, what are we doing? I don't know. Ask your boss. I go, my boss, Vince? He was like, nope. Ask your former boss. Former boss. And I'm just like, Paul Heyman? He goes, yeah, because this is when Paul had the book for SmackDown. And I was like, why would I ask Paul? Paul has nothing to do with it. He goes, he does now. And I was like, excuse me, what? I was like, what the hell is going on? That was when I was told that they were taking Bruce Pritchard off it and putting Paul on it and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And for some reason, it just seemed to I don't know. It wasn't gelling anymore in Vince's eyes. Somebody got to him and told him that I don't think D-Von's ready. Because I remember, and The Rock can probably confirm this, me and The Rock was leaving the gym. And as we were leaving the gym, he goes, D-Von, you need a ride to the hotel. Because it was some major pay-per-view. It might have been, we were in New York City. I remember that. But it might have been WrestleMania 10. I mean, not WrestleMania 10. I'm sorry. The WrestleMania where Brock and Goldberg went at it. Was that 20?
That was where the Rock. Oh, that was I believe that was Backlash 2003.
Okay, was that in New York City?
Let me see. Backlash 2003.
YouTube Chris would know.
He would know. I gotta look this up. Worcester, Massachusetts.
No, I was in New York City.
New York City. What?
Well, no, WrestleMania 20 was in New York City.
Yeah.
It had to have been
Where Brock or the Rock fought.
No, I'm sorry. It was Brock and Goldberg. So it had to be 20.
So that was 20. Yeah, you're right.
That was 20. So I'm in. I go, yeah, Rock. So we get in the car. We start walking. The guy starts driving. He goes, I just want you to know that I had asked Vince if it was okay if I work. Because this is after he's done a couple of movies. So he had left us for a little bit and started doing his own thing. And he said to me, he goes, I just want you to know that I asked Vince, I want to work with you. I like your character. I like what you're doing out there. I've been watching, and I really want to try to help you get this over. I was like, man, thank you. If you do that, that'd be great.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah. He was like, but I tried, but then Vince told me that he's not ready. And I was like, what? He was like, he's not ready. I was like, Vince told you that. And he's like, yeah. I was like, what the hell's going on? We've been doing everything good together. I didn't understand what was going on. And then, a couple of the boys, came to me and was telling me that friends who you think are your friends are not your friends. Be careful, D-Von.
Man.
And at that time, I didn't know what he meant. There was somebody in the office stabbing me in the back. And the thing I'll say this, and Rob can attest to it, Vince can have high hopes on you, but let somebody within his inner circle say, I don't like D-Von here. I don't think he's ready. Vince will go and believe that. Even though he's been thinking this guy is ready, but let somebody like Bruce Pritchard or what, and I'm not saying it was Bruce, but let somebody of that caliber who's very close to Vince tell him that, this guy's not ready, and Vince will change his mind like that.
Wow, man. Yeah, Rob, have you had that kind of instances too when it came to Vince at some points or anything like that, where like something seemed like it was possible and then it got changed? Or
I think that is something everybody has to go through. I don't think anyone is an exception to having things promised to them in that world that end up not happening, because there's so many people fighting for the same thing that things change all the time. So definitely. And as far as having somebody in the office at the agent and booking meetings, shooting ideas down that were talked about using me, I think everybody knows, because Dreamer's been vocal about it. He's been in a lot of these meetings, and all has told me. And
Yo, Rob, we're going to take a quick time out just to say that this week's episode of One of a Kind with RVD is presented by Get Blitzed. Get Blitzed Lit Aid Nano Infused THC Syrup is a premium cannabis infused syrup formulated with nanotechnology for fast-acting effects. And that advanced nanotechnology formulation allows for quicker onset and enhanced potency compared to regular THC syrup. It's Delta 9 and legal in all 50 states, every single one. And you have several syrups to choose from Blue Raz to Key Lime Pie to Pina Colada to Tiger's Blood to Cherry to Grape. Just head to get-blitz.com, use promo code RVD, and get 15% off your whole order. Could be a bottle, could be a bundle, your choice. But yes, head to get-blitz.com, use promo code RVD, and it is by Mickey Ray Sinatra and Courtney. Take a look. Head to get-blitz.com, promo code RVD, get 15% off. It's one of a kind, baby. 2025, new year, new you. And hey, there's no better way to start things off and kind of take it easy, but kind of amp things a little bit up with Via. Yes, let's be real. 2025 is all about change. Whether it's work, personal stuff, or just the daily grind, it can be hard to keep up. But here's the deal. When things get hectic, we don't have to go through it alone. Embrace the power of nature and elevate your everyday with Via. Via is well renowned for their award-winning THC and THC-free gummies and vapes, THCA flower, soothing topicals, and calming drops. All crafted with the highest quality hemp sourced from the trusted, independently owned American farms. And best part, Via is legally shipped to nearly all states in the United States in a discreet packaging directly to your door with a worry-free guarantee. No medical card required. So if you're 21 plus, check out our link to Via's website link in our description and use code RVD. That's RVD for 15% off. And if you're new to Via, you get a free gift of your choice. Plus, I got to mention too, my favorite, I love the Flow State. That's just the THC. That's the non-THC one. That's the CBD. And that really gets you focused and gets you in a good state of mind if you got some work to do and work to catch up on. But if I am doing the THC, I like to do the Elevate. Both are my two top favorite gummies to use, and the flower is great too. There's plenty of different options you can check out. Some that can help you take it easy and relax, and other ones that can get you really focused and everything like that, just like the Flow State and the Elevate. So those are my big talking points of all of that, I think. My big takeaways from it. So if you're 21 plus, check out the link to Via in our description and use the code RVD to receive 15% off. And like I said, if you're new to Via, you get a free gift of your choice. After your purchase, they ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them that One of a Kind with RVD sent you. Enhance your everyday with Via.